It's Annabelle
and Lilith.
This is my sister, and it's exciting because this is our first video together, kind of. And we're gonna show you what's in our backpacks today for school. And it's gonna be art related because we are both art students. Also, exciting thing, my sister is transferring to RISD. So next year we're going to be going to the same school and living together. The vlog's gonna be very fun. And I'm just gonna get started because it's a lot of stuff and it's 2 backpacks. So the first thing that we have is planners, just because we have academics in general 5 classes each term. Mine is one of those blank planners I was telling you guys about. I have 2 actually, and this one is just much more aesthetically pleasing. I got it when I was in SoCal. So it is daily, weekly, and monthly, and it's nice for me because you can fill it out whenever you want. There is no assigned months, no days, so you don't feel like that you're wasting it if you don't catch up every single day.
I think mine's from Michael's actually. It was a gift from my mom, and I like it because it's very customizable. It comes with just a blank ring, and then you basically insert any sort of organizers you like. So for example, here is just grid with little images of inspiration. And then I also have pages for like weekly plan, monthly plan, but I insert or take out as I see fit.
And then for inspiration, we have books. That's only if I don't have my laptop on me. So this one is the little book of life hacks. Got this recently and it's very adorable. I really appreciate the illustration style. It's really me. There is a lot. It's a very dense book, and if you want to check it out, it is by YUMI SAKUGAWA?
I think so, SAKUGAWA.
This one is After Nothing Comes. It's actually, I'm borrowing it from my sister.
It's a illustration slash comic by AIDAN. She is one of my favorite illustrators just because she has a very interesting sensitivity when it comes to just graphite. She often leaves things unfinished, and she is sort of like an anti-perfectionist, and I think that's very interesting. Having books is important because developing an appreciation for analog and developing an appreciation for always looking at other people's works. If you purchase a book, you're supporting the artist directly versus Google Images or Tumblr.
And by the way, I'm actually a textiles major and my sister is in illustration. So this is why she's much more concentrated when it comes to like books, illustrators, and I am much more about like apparel, tangible art.
Fabrics.
Yeah.
She knows like almost every fabric when she touches it. It kind of freaks me out actually.
Just wait until I take fibers and dye. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Let's do sketchbooks, because books, sketchbooks.
I only have 1 on me right now, even though in school I had 3 or 4 depending on what class I was in. This is a gift from my sister, and it's a Moleskin. It's for art specifically because the pages are not as thin and they don't bleed.
The paperweight's heavy.
Yeah, I work with wet media most of the time. I like gouache, which is my favorite, and then I like to work with ink a lot. I don't really like graphite.
Definitely a pen girl.
Yeah, I do that. So that's my only one to show you guys.
I'm really obsessed with this one sketchbook. I like it because this cover, I love the sound. Like,
isn't this just parchment paper?
I don't know. As you can see for this one, I got so dinged up, I lost the cover. The paperweight is not crazy, but it holds ink and water very well. It's also like a warm cream base.
I like that better than like those stark white ones.
Yeah, and as you can see, like it holds up pretty well considering how much I've beaten it up.
and it lasts like a year, right? So yeah. And also I like the size of it. If you're trying to just get into sketchbooking in the beginning, I recommend getting a smaller one. This one is intimidating even to me. Comparatively,
it's a really small surface, and it's really cozy to work with. It's just about right for me.
And easy to bring. You can bring this in like a
soft cover. Next one is a hardcover. This is not a Moleskin, but it's very similar. I like it sheerly because of the paper. Basically, this is what I take notes with. There's like a cute little menu area. Is it called menu index? Where and all the legend.
No, it's not legend.
And it's already numbered. The pages are already numbered, so it's very convenient for note taking. Yeah,
that's good.
So for like big lectures and stuff where there's like a projector and you don't have a table with you, it's like one of those atriums. I like to bring this. Last one. So this is the FABRIANO sketchbook in the size.
In a big size.
In a big size.
XL.
They have a little one and a big one, and I have both. It was a requirement for a class, basically to do very big gestural sketches that I have to present for a class, and then they're all like ginormous and not particularly detailed. And
I remember you did this. I don't remember when. But
it was at Yosemite. I drew Yosemite rocks and I was very proud of them. I have quarters because I'm not like her. I'm a huge procrastinator and I always do things last minute. Usually I'm on campus at late hours, like way after any cafeteria closes, and it's good to have quarters because they always have vending machines. Going along the same lines of being at school at like a reasonably late hours, I have a toothbrush because
But like no toothpaste? You just like brush with water?
Wait, I have... Oh. No, I do have toothpaste, but like the little ones.
Oh, okay. And as well, I have Polaroids. They work really well when you want a sketchbook. So this is actually Conan's. We swapped it on accident. And film. Then you never know when you're gonna need this. I always carry a hard drive on me.
I always carry a USB with me because print shops don't let you email files to them, and a lot of times you need to print things for class. I always bring my laptop with me when I'm working because I am an avid user of Pinterest. I know it sounds sort of embarrassing and like cheesy, but my uni professor actually highly recommended us to use Pinterest and gave us like a 45-minute lecture of how to set up our Pinterest. I've recommended things to my sister so many times because I've done my research on Pinterest.
That's true. I remember I was like, crisis! I need inspiration! Because I needed to do a presentation, a lecture, and I needed an artist to focus on, and then you suggested Louise Bourgeois.
Yeah, I love her.
Bourgeois.
She's so good.
Do you not have a case on yours?
No, I don't have phone case or laptop case because I live dangerously. Okay?
This is not living dangerously!
Oh, about to bring my wallet. It's so typical. Like, so typical.
Then of course, pouches for art things. In here, what I have mainly, very minimal, I have brushes, I have a glue stick, and then micron pins, and then ballpoint pens because I jot notes during lectures and I do not want to waste my good ink. And then random little containers, because when you make gouache, you never know when you need to keep a sample, because the next time you paint, it is like a pain in the ass to try to get the exact same color. So
unless you're taking color theory, you can mix it right every time.
Most of the time I can, but I'm just saying in general, I've been asked to like lend this to people.
This is my brush paint pouch, and then I have another one because I only use snap brushes because they are $3 from the student store, okay, with like the 20% discount, and they have both rounds and flats. They work with acrylic, gouache, watercolor, whatever you ask. They're slightly too stiff for the watercolor in my opinion, so that's why I have two watercolor brushes. They're really expensive. I think the big ones are like 45 and the little ones are like 20. And for paints, I only use ACRYLA GOUACHE because my professor recommended them to me my first year of college. They dry matte. They have the consistency of gouache. They are mixable with water, so they could be opaque or translucent depending on how much water you put into them.
Acrylic always leaves some kind of glare because it is very plasticky.
It doesn't photograph well, so in our digital age, it's not really good for Instagram. It's not really good for websites.
It's funny, okay, gouache is very underrated actually. Like a lot of people don't know about it.
This is actually really convenient. Like, I think it's from BLICK'S, and it's, you know, like if something spills, nothing comes out.
Yeah.
I didn't categorize this with paints because it's liquid acrylic ink. I only carry 3 colors with me almost all the time, so black, blue, red, and also because they're acrylic, they're like super permanent. They're archival, so just be really careful because I have spilled a whole thing in someone's car. Trusty Ticonderoga. There's like a bunch of
y'all know this.
Box color because you never know when you need it.
I have it because you cut your paper with it. We don't use scissors. You put a roller down and you use a knife. I like to sharpen my pencils and my charcoal sometimes, but I guess you don't, whatever.
No, because the blades are too expensive.
Obviously, both of us has micron. I prefer copic just because the ink is a blue-black. I think the microns are like a brown-black, or like they kind of fade over time. So it's
they also have a
warm.
slight glare compared to the Copics. There's a HI TEC for when you want to do like live loose sketching. It's really fine. Because if you go too fast with the micron style, like the ink will just cut out halfway through. It won't follow up.
Yeah,
but the HI TEC
especially with angles.
I only use 2 different white inks. The first one is the YNC Extreme
0.7.
Yes.
Right?
And then the other one is the Sharpie poster paint. I've had this shit since like when I was 16 and it still hasn't run out. The line weight varies and it's really opaque white surprisingly compared to a lot of the other white gels that go transparent. on black. I carry a lot of colored pencils with me because that's just what I like. And as for color, I only carry what I'm currently obsessed with. So recently it's been complementary, so like red and green.
This comes in handy. This is watercolor, and I like that it includes the paints and the palette. It comes with a brush, so it's really on the go. You can really do this anywhere. You just put water in here, and you don't need like a cup with it, even though I prefer it just because it's more convenient for me just to dump it out. And I'm never really anywhere that's like in the middle of nowhere with no water access. So this is the SAKUGAWA watercolors sketch box, and it even comes with this.
Yeah, so you can hold it in your hand while you're like sketching.
I always have palette paper with me, and this is not normally how I carry, okay? I just only have giant ones left, but normally mine are the size of this. I even started taking some parchment paper from our cafeteria. They had it in the sections where you grab donuts and pastries, so that paper works really well too.
For me, palette paper doesn't quite work because the consistency of the paper itself sometimes works against me. The paints dry too quickly and my inks are too watery for the palette paper to hold, which is why I have these little dip flower shaped palettes. I have ceramic and plastic. I like ceramic because I find it easier to clean, even though this one, I just used it, so.
I have this little glass jar. I like to put caps on it because sometimes I keep the water in there, surprisingly. It doesn't leak. This one is glass though, even though the one I have at school is plastic.
I actually use glass with me. Plastic is a little bit too flimsy, and I just got into the habit of having a glass jar with me because it doubles up as like a pen stand, which like plastic would just fall over. I also have a face towel so I could dry my brushes quickly or clean quickly.
Then pretty miscellaneous, I have packing tape.
Oh, I have tape too, but it's like painter's tape, but this is really bad painter's tape. I'll use blue tape, don't get this one.
When you want to paint gouache with a border, it's really easy to put this down. I like mine half this thick though. Then random stuff, I have my smiley face stickers and then stickers. So you can cut these into anything you want. This is just for fun. Yeah. And then Dippin' Dots.
Scissors, because you always need them.
Because sis.
Yeah. What?
Mainly the reason why I don't have scissors on me is because my box cutter doubles as scissors.
Sure, okay.
Unless it comes to, you know,
Don't
sticker paper! On the side for me, I have random shit. So sunscreen, important. Protein bar, because doing art, time flies, and then you just like, you're realizing like, why am I hungry? It's like, oh, it's 2. Face sunscreen on the other side, because you don't want to use regular.
In the middle of the night.
And that, no, it's like while I'm out, because I actually go outdoors. Glasses, because in school when they normally put projectors on, everyone likes to turn off the lights. That kills me. I need this. It filters out blue light. I get migraines, so very useful. Ibuprofen, because migraines and headaches.
I already went over reminders, quarters, and triangles in USB. And oh, I have a chop.
And then obviously headphones, really passes time. And randomly I have perfume for when you're smelling as fuck. And then I have a Polaroid left over that Cone took for me. So that's basically all for me. Do you have anything left in your bag?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so that is basically what is in our bags for school. Obviously, there's going to be other random shit depending on exactly what we're doing in class. Every day demands something different, but this hopefully helped you if you're interested in art supply. This is what we prefer to use. I guess this is not very like helpful for back to school, but y'all can just go find other videos because they're all the same. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. It was really fun to film. This was my first video with my sister officially. Yay. So hopefully we can do more things, especially when we live together, including like a tag maybe. So if you guys have any fun ideas or questions, definitely leave that below. And aside from that, I hope that it was helpful.
Sorry for such a long video, but thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, if you watched all the way until now. I really appreciate all the love and support in our amazing community as always. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. Bye guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Binge watch.
Let's do an inverted high 10.
Binge watch. Ow!
What?
I didn't ask for this. Be nice.
Dude, you're so
This is why Conan's so afraid of you.
He's not afraid of me.
You see it? I saw his high five montage.
That's because I missed.
He was flinching the whole time.
That was when I went like this.
Can we do a heart? I want the heart. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's enough.
Okay, but really though, I love you.